Every year, International Day of Peace is celebrated around the world on September 21, which is declared a day devoted to the ideal of peace, non-violence, and ceasefire. This year, it has become clear that we are not enemies of each other. In fact, our common enemy is a tireless virus that threatens our health, safety, and way of life. COVID-19 has thrown our world into chaos and remind us that what is happening in one part of the planet can impact people everywhere. The theme of the 2020 International Day of Peace is COVID-19 Effect on Refugees' Health. Celebrate the day by spreading love, kindness, and hope in the face of a pandemic. In these difficult times of physical distancing, the International Day of Peace will be dedicated to encouraging dialogue and gathering ideas.
In Indonesia, around 13,653 people are registered with UNHCR or United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, including women and children. Until the end of July 2020, most of the refugees came from Afghanistan, Somalia, and Iraq. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
In these tough times, everyone needs protection, including one of the vulnerable people, namely refugees. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, refugees were one of the most vulnerable people considering many factors that influence their situation. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Refugees is someone who is outside his nationality and cannot or does not want to return to his country because of fear in persecution by several reasons such as race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or participation in a social group. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
These refugees have basic rights such as non-refoulement, freedom of movement, right to liberty and security of the person, right to family life, and basic right owned by human. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
There are only about 9,000 refugees who are in managed shelter houses, while around 5,000 refugees are not in shelter and do not get any visa. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Currently, refugees in Indonesia are in city of Aceh, Medan, Tanjung Pinang, Pontianak, Jabodetabek, Surabaya, Makassar, and Kupang. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
It should be noted that refugees also have a high risk of infection due to the many limitations related to their situation as refugees. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
The condition of the refugee camps that exceed their capacity cause limited facilities and infrastructure, such as health service, clean water, and sanitation, make it difficult to apply physical distancing. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
In Indonesia, refugees do not have the right to work, which impact on their ability to meet their needs and depend on the local government. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Language limitation is also one of the main obstacles that faced by refugees. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Mix of refugees were when Indonesian work as teacher, but because of quarantine, the school were closed. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Therefore, the government is also make sure the refugees do not miss any information about the health protocol by distributing sanitary equipment such as masks and disinfectant. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
During this pandemic of COVID-19, we all need to fight and work together for making more inclusive and equal world. The world will nobody left, including the refugees. Let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
Through the 2020 International Day of Peace campaign with the theme Refugees, Health and Right in COVID-19 Pandemics, let's care about refugees. They deserve it.
SCORP-CIMSA UISU invite the public, especially for medical students, to bring change. Everyone, including refugees, can contribute to society with the effort of making a fair, inclusive, and equal world. Let's care about refugees, they deserve it.